I don't have the ability to pause the video this time. There's a small glitch in the system, so it'll be a little bit longer, but it's a pretty quick video. How do we find the second letter? Well, it's step 4. Take the value that you found, the very first number, this, and plug it into either one of the equations. So let's just make a note of here. Now plug into either equation. What's the easiest one? Well, in this case, I think y equals x plus 5 is the easiest one. So here's y equals, and we're going to take where the x equals 5, and we're going to plug that 5 right there into that. So it's 5 plus 5. So what does y equal? Y equals 10. So we have our first value and we have our second value. And so now just write it as an ordered pair. Ta-da, there's the solution to this system of equations. Now, did I have to plug it into this one? No, I could have plugged it into either equation, and you can see that 2 is multiplying x, and x was 5, so 2 times 5 is also 10. So let's just go through and let's do this one as well. I think the first one looks to be a little bit easier because then it's just whatever x is minus 6. So y equals 2 minus 6. You see, we're now taking this and plugging it into the equation. And so y is going to be equal to negative 4. So as a result, our x value is 2. We want to make sure we always take time to think about what is our actual x to write that first. And our y is second. So now if we came down here and you go through here and you fight through all of this and you go, hey, x equals 3, well, take this 3 that's x and just put it right here into this equation. That seems to be easier. So I'm going to write it off to the side here. Y equals 3 minus 4. Well, that would be y equals negative 1. Can you do this in your head? Absolutely. But remember, your notes are trying to show you the flow of how you do these things, right? That's what you're trying to do. And so at this time it would be 3, negative 1. Now this one right over here you have to be a little bit careful because sometimes you'll think of this as an x and you'll take the negative 1 and you'll plug it into an x. So be careful there. I've done that mistake. The other thing is that after you find it, and so let's go through and do this right here. We need to find x. So x equals y, which in this case we know y should be negative 1. And then minus 1. So x equals negative 2. What happens a lot of times is that sometimes people are rushing and they write this number first because they're just used to finding the x first. But if you find the y first, just make sure that you take the time to go, hey, this one's x, so I'll write this one first, and the y second. So this is the end of the substitution method. This is how you come through and you find it. You know, the first video we took our time to figure out how to substitute what y was equal to into the other equation, and then you use your equation solving skills to go get that first number. This video we're focusing on what do you do after you get the first number. Well, you choose one of these videos. It doesn't matter which one. And then you take the value that you have and you plug it in there so that way you can get the second variable, the second letter. Okay?